So one of my role models, a self-made millionaire, successful coach, philosopher, Jim Rohn said, you want to set a goal that's big enough that in the process of achieving it, you become someone worth becoming. I'm Coach Bobby Brown with Sober Life Right. What I do is I help people live their most amazing lives free from drugs and alcohol. And today I'm going through the Success Principles by Jack Canfield, top 5 book for me. There's a link in the description. If you want to check this book out, please go there. I'm an Amazon affiliate. That's one of the ways that I'm trying to find success in my life, work on my financial health. So if you like these videos and if you're interested in just an amazing, life-changing read, please check it out. Today I'm doing part 2 on principle number 7, which is all about unleashing your power through massive goal setting. Okay. Yesterday I talked a good bit about kind of goals in general and kind of touched on some of the things that I'm doing in my own life. Today I want to focus on what an actual goal should look like. The difference maybe between a goal and a wish. We'll go over some things that is, a weak goal versus a really strong goal, some of the things that they have in common. And then talk about the importance of writing these goals down and kind of how to activate your subconscious mind to work for you. I've studied neurolinguistic programming with David Key, and one of the things that he talks about is how little of our input and how little of our day-to-day function, the actions we take, are actually controlled by our conscious mind. We're taking in all this information all the time, but our subconscious mind is directing most of what we do. So if you can learn that, and you can learn to kind of program the way your subconscious mind acts through conscious mind, it's like probably a whole topic by itself. But the importance of that, and we're going to talk a little bit about visualization. That's something Jack Canfield's really big on, is visualization and allowing yourself to kind of see these things happening before they happen. All right. So let's start with what's the difference between a goal and a wish? And I remember early in my business career talking to my mentor Greg Sands. And he talked about how, something like, I want to be rich. Okay, that's something probably a lot of people want. But there's nothing to it. That's just kind of a wish. There's no action steps that can help you hit this. There's not a time frame. There is no check mark on that. There isn't a finish line. A goal's got to have a finish line. It's one of the big things. We talk in the book talks about a little bit, touches on SMART goals, and I'm embarrassed to say that I'm probably going to screw us all up. I've seen SMART goals put so many different ways, but I will kind of touch on what I think is important. One, a goal's got to be measurable. And since financial health deals a lot with math, that's a good place to maybe start. So instead of a goal that you want to be rich, I've got a personal goal right now that's I have no idea how I'm going to do it, but I'm just trusting the universe is going to let me move in the right direction. I have a personal goal by the end of the 90-day sprint that I'm working, which will end May 29th, June 29th, May 29th, that I have generated $1 million in revenue. Crazy freaking goal. So, but it is measurable. Okay. On March 29th, I can look at my bank account, I can look at the business bank account, I can look at everything that's going on, that's coming in, and I can either see that I either made $1 million or I didn't. It's got a deadline. A goal has to have a time frame that you're setting it. Otherwise, it's a pretty weak goal. I want to make $1 million. Okay, well, do you want to make $1 million in your entire life? Do you want to make $1 million tomorrow? What does that even look like? What happens when you have very specific goals, your subconscious mind, and this is all stuff I believe, and this is my opinion, but it's my opinion based off of things that I have read and learned from others. Read tons and tons of books written by people so much smarter, so much more successful than me. I do not have an original idea in my head, but they talk about how the universe will bring things into your life. Chapter 6 of the book talked about law of attraction and frequencies and vibrations. So the more specific you are in your goals, the more likely you are to bring things into your life. This morning I did a little research on scripture. Like sometimes I can think, because I am a Christian. I believe in God. I believe in the Bible. I believe that God is directing and overall responsible for everything. I believe that today I am free from drugs and alcohol because it serves God's purpose. No other reason. If it served God's purpose for me to relapse tomorrow, then no matter what I'm doing, all these things I think I'm doing, the perfect scenario would come up that I would be using tomorrow. And that may sound like kind of scary, or like I'm trying to shift away my responsibility to do things. When I was taught, though, it's like what I get to do today is how I show gratitude for gifts that are already given. So right now I've got the gift of sobriety. I'm in a disposition neutrality, like where 4 years ago I could not stop putting a needle in my arm. Today, like the thought, like it's not even possible. It's not even the same person. I couldn't imagine that ever being a solution to any problem that I've got in my life. Like it's just, my life's become so amazing without drugs and alcohol. It'd be crazy to use at this point. And that certainly wasn't the case 4 years ago. So you have to go through and, anyway, I was on the Bible, and so I looked up, how does scripture go along with these principles, because a lot of what I'm talking about is, okay, well, these are things you need to do. Take responsibility for your life. How's that sit with my idea that, well, no, I got to put God first and God doing it? And there's scripture to support all the principles. And maybe maybe at some point I'll do a deep dive into this and kind of match some scripture with the success principles. But back to writing the goals, and I kind of get all over the place. So like this is as I'm making these videos, I don't even know how many people are watching this or how many potentially people will watch it. But like this is me. This is just authentic me, and I just shoot from the cuff. These are one take videos. I don't script out ahead of time. I have kind of a topic, but I just kind of go with it. And the more I do it, the easier it is. Easier it is for me to fill time. He suggests writing your goals down, okay? And we want to have like these really solid goals. Some of the things that I've learned over time that goals need to have, it has to be something that's like it inspires you. If it's not something that is going to make you want to get out of bed, which is why it's important to start with our why, and we got to be doing things aligned with our purpose. It's going to be very, very hard for your subconscious mind, at least, to like feel like, okay, is this really that important? And are you really going to push towards that? Some of my failures in goal setting, I had a goal last sprint that I wanted to learn how to play the song Glycerine on the guitar, and I took some actions, I took some steps towards it, but then I realized I really don't care that much about learning to play the guitar. I would just as soon ride around in a car with it jamming on the radio and just scream and sing the song. I don't need to learn how to play guitar. It doesn't really inspire me. Great musicians inspire me. I've got friends that are great musicians, and some of them have offered to help me, but really doesn't fit my purpose. I can live an amazing life without learning to ever play guitar. I could be the guy singing karaoke horribly in the background. Another thing about goals is to put them in the present tense. Okay. Instead of, I want to make $1 million by March 29th, I have made $1 million by March 29th. Very, very subtle shift, but like words have so much power. Like how we talk about things, you know, I think some of it ties in that kind of law of attraction. But you tell your mind that it's possible. It goes back to principles 4 and 5, believing things are possible and believing in yourself. So I love the way Jack has kind of like built these blocks. He starts with the foundation. We're just building on it. Another key thing I've learned about goal setting is to involve your feelings and your emotions. So when you're thinking about your goal, also think about how you're going to feel once you've hit that goal and why you're going to feel that way. You know, for me, on March 29th, I've made $1 million, and I feel empowered because I now have freedom to choose how I'm going to spend my time. I have choices in who I want to coach, where I want to be. I'm able to provide opportunities for others and employ a staff now, and I'm able to create opportunities there. I'm able to advertise more. I'm able to share my message with more people and hopefully make an impact in more people's lives. Sharing what I've got, what I've worked so, I want to say I've worked so hard, like, but what I've dedicated the last 5 years at least of my life in like turning my life around and fixing a life that was a total mess and creating this life that I love today. And a big part of doing that is by serving others and by helping others, right? And then the last thing, and I'm running low on time because I like to keep these around 12 minutes, but write your goals down and then look at them daily. Jack suggests 3 times a day. He talks about, and it's something that I'm going to do. I've done this before and I forgot, so I reread the chapter. I'm going to get some index cards. I'm going to write. Right now I've got a whiteboard you can't see that's got tons of goals all over it. I'm going to put each goal on its own index card. It's something I'm going to read in the morning. I'm going to read at night. I may try and get real aggressive and do it sometime midday. When I was locked up and going through probably the most personal growth, I had a lot more time on my hands, so I did do things, read my purpose, read my vision every morning 3 times a day. I read my goals 3 times a day. The things that I was hoping for, like so much of that's come true over time. And I see where other stuff is coming that way. So write your goals down, review them. You want to get real high level. You want to take time to visualize them. And then I'll touch on, he talks about a study that was done where they had a group of people and they had them do like different things. They had some people just come up with goals in their minds. Some people write the goals down. Some people share them with others, and then like a coach. And then some people that actually met weekly to be accountable to where they were at on the goals. And they found that the people that did all 4 steps, that actually worked with somebody, had a confident accountability partner, a coach, did I say with a coach, 70% more likely to hit their goals. Okay. So now I've shared with the world one of my goals. I'm going to find an accountability partner to check in with me weekly to see where we're at on things. And I hope this video was helpful to somebody. Please please subscribe if you like this at all. Please share this with your friends. Please buy the book. And then if you are at that point where you know you're ready to do something about your life and you're ready to set some goals and you're ready to have somebody accountable and you want somebody that's going to be on your side but also willing to push you and hold you accountable and tell you the things you don't need to do, and you're interested in a coach, you like me, then just DM me, put DM coach in the comments and I'll reach out to you and we'll figure out a time to talk. I want to work with amazing people, and if you're an amazing person, which I believe you are, then maybe we're a good fit. Thanks.